Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Pelogazi M. Firstly, I'd like to thank the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and welcome to the new people who will be the following subscribers. So today I'm going to be demonstrating how to do these braids with the curls. I used a total of 3 packs from Darling Hair in the color 2, 4 and 27. If this is something you are interested in and you'd like to know how to do it all by yourself, please keep watching. I hope you'll enjoy the video.
So I'm basically starting off by unraveling my hair because I had made 2 African threads at the back just to stretch it out a bit yesterday after washing it. So now I'm just taking off the wool so that I can comb it out and start parting it for the braids. So I actually wanted triangle partings, but I started off by making straight lines from one side, like from my right to my left, and then that one large line part I will divide into the triangle parts that I want to do. So I also use a small mirror just to check the line at the back while viewing it in the front mirror that's in front of me, just to see that the part is as straight as I would like it to be. This is the only way I can see the back of my head, since I don't have eyes back there. Eventually I finally finished doing the triangular parts with my 2 mirrors. So this is the hair that I'm going to be using. It's Darling braiding hair. This is the color 2 and I've cut it 1 pack into 2 equal sections, and I will be using that for my braids. So firstly I start off with the Styling Dreads Molden Wax just to make it easy for me to grip the hair because it's really big parts. So I apply it on the base of the hair, of my own hair, and then that will make it easy for me to grip the hair once I start braiding. After applying the Molden Wax, I just brush it with a toothbrush to make sure it's nice and even at the base. So prior to braiding your hair with the braiding hair, it's best that you fluff out the ends so that they are not blunt, but I made the mistake of not fluffing out the ends initially. Hence you can see the braids that I already have on my head are blunt at the end, so I was not going to continue making that mistake. So that's why I am fluffing out the hair, then stretching it a bit before making the actual braid on my head. So when I'm braiding, I take the braiding hair and my own hair, create a 3-strand braid, and then after looping it twice and securing it, I then divide the braiding hair of each side into 2, and then I have 4 pieces of braiding hair and 1 piece of my own natural hair. Then I take 2 pieces of the braiding hair and combine it with my own natural hair, then start braiding downwards. I realized that the hair was going to be too short for me to create the curls that I wanted to create at the end, so I started feeding in more hair fiber to make sure that the braid has longer braiding hair so that I can create the curls at the ends of the braids. Once the braid is at my desired length, I pull out a small piece of the braiding hair and loop it around to tie a knot twice or 3 times, just to ensure that the braid is secured and does not unravel. So I went back to the very short and blunt braids that I had initially started off with and untied those knots in order for me to feed in more braiding hair, so that those braids are as long as the ones that are at the front, and they will have the same curl pattern as the ones that are at the front. Because had I not done this step, the curls were going to look different and I was not going for that type of look. So when doing the feed in, I add the hair into the middle piece of hair on the braid, then braid it once, then take in the hair that was left outside of the braid, and I just do that repeatedly. I hope it is self-explanatory from the demonstration, because I can't really explain it properly in words. Now I'm going to mix color 27 and color 2 because I'd like to have a combined color braid. I have done one previously. I will show it as the video proceeds. Here I just wanted to show how I mix two colors in order to make one color combined. You basically just separate and combine it continuously until you see that it is well mixed. Comb it out to see what the actual final combination looks like, and if you're satisfied with it, then you don't toss it and combine it any further. But if you're not happy with it, you continue to split it and combine it until you're happy with the color that you get from the combination. This is the braid that I did the first combination for. I used more color 27 than color 2, hence it is much more blonde than the one that I just did right now. So I'm going to use these curlers to wrap around the ends of the braiding hair to create a curl at the end of the braids. This is the next morning and I am just uncurling and removing the curlers from the braids. I wanted a tight curl, but I see that not all of them turned out as tight as I would like them to be. So if you have a different type of color that ensures you get a tight curl, I would recommend using that as opposed to using these type of colors. This is the type of color I was going for.